Subaru Automobile repairs. If you're looking for help fixing your Subaru automobile, look no further. Our comprehensive Subaru Automobile repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your vehicle. The car keeps overheating. Surprisingly, overheating doesn't happen that often, especially in modern cars with their complex systems, sensors, and so on acting to keep the vehicle's temperature just right. Making sure the radiator is looked after and the water pump is working is the easiest and cheapest way to prevent problems with overheating. Whatever car you own will require regular maintenance, and even then you will still get things that go wrong from time to time. Some car models are more prone to certain issues than others, and driving style can also have some impact on efficiency. No matter what your vehicle, we hope that you have found this list helpful. Staying vigilant for signs of trouble and dealing with them when they occur saves time and money and keeps you on the road. Rust. It can come as a shock to find rust on your car, though it doesn't always represent a serious issue. It depends on where the rust is found. Rust on the bodywork is cosmetic, but rust underneath the car or on your exhaust could be potentially dangerous and should be investigated, as it could eat away at essential components. Rust needs an anode, cathode, and an electrolyte to form, which makes cars prone to it. If the climate is humid enough, your car can develop rust even if it's undercover. The metal in your car can act as the anode and cathode, and water is an electrolyte. A quick check around your vehicle, under the wheel arches, and around the exhaust on a regular basis is often enough to spot any rusting issue, but every few months. Especially if you live in a damp or humid environment, it would be a good idea to get on your hands and knees and check under your vehicle thoroughly. Excessive oil consumption. It's a fact of life, your car will need fresh oil to stay functioning. However, if you're finding it's needing changes and top-ups more frequently than it should, there might be a problem. Early signs you need to check your oil include a minor dip in performance and the ever-dreaded oil light on your dashboard when your car is in particularly dire need of an oil change. You may even start to see corrosion in its engine. Another oil-related complaint is the clogged oil filter. You'll probably see this problem if you've waited too long to change the oil. While modern cars come with systems that are equipped with filter bypasses, it's a good rule of thumb to change the filter whenever you change the oil. Dead or drained battery. One of the most common issues that can cause starting problems is a dead or nearly dead car battery. Fortunately, this is a simple issue to detect and fix. A bad battery usually results in a host of problems, depending on how drained the battery is. To tell if the problem is your battery, look at your headlights or turn on your inside overhead light. If they won't turn on or are not as bright as usual, you may have a dead battery. Try turning on your windshield wipers. If the wipers move back and forth but very slowly, then you only have a drained battery. 1. Gather up your jumper cables and make sure a good running car is nearby. 2. Connect the red clip on one of the cables to the red battery terminal on one of the cars. Repeat with the other red clip and red battery terminal on the other car. 3. Connect the black clip to the black terminal on the other car's battery. Connect the other black clip to some unpainted metal nearby. 4. Start the other vehicle, allowing it to run for about 5 minutes. 5. Start your car. 6. Let your car run for a while to recharge the battery. If your engine is less than 3 years old, it should charge back up fine. However, if it's an older battery, then it may not properly charge, and you should replace the battery with a new one just to be safe. Malfunctioning ignition system. Sometimes the ignition itself may malfunction. The steering lock mechanism can jam, or the ignition lock mechanism may break. Also, on newer vehicles, the system needs to be able to recognize the key electronically. You insert your key, but you can't even turn it in the ignition. The car refuses to start. 1. First, make sure your vehicle is in park. 2. Double-check your key. If you drive more than one vehicle, you may have inadvertently mixed them up on your keychain. Also, be sure you aren't using the valet key. 3. Next, try using a spare key, since key wear can keep the key from turning the ignition. 4. If you can't even turn the ignition, try to wiggle the steering wheel to see if it unlocks. 5. Finally, take your car to the mechanic if none of these solutions works. You may need a new ignition system. Broken belt. Sometimes the engine won't start because you broke a belt and didn't realize it. You can check the belts yourself, but you'll need a professional to help install a new one. The car tries to start but can't. You may hear a whining noise, but the engine won't turn over. 1. Open the hood. 2. Carefully search around the engine for all of the round pulley wheels where the belts are normally attached. Each one should have a belt wrapped around it. 3. Make note of any that have a lot of cracks and wear. Plan to have a mechanic replace any damaged pulley wheels. If you find one completely missing a belt, that's most likely why your engine won't start. 4. Call a tow truck and have a professional replace the belt. SourceCarBrain.com